Almost 20 years ago, the outskirts of Cairo had always been desert land and were expected to always stay that way. Then, something changed and the government started selling vast acres of land to investors, and the two cities outside of Cairo, 6th of October City and New Cairo, both started being built into gated compounds and private villas, followed by supermarkets, shopping malls, hospitals, businesses, and other facilities. This decision was made based on the fact that central Cairo has become extremely crowded and the urban space is simply too small for the 20 million people in it to be capable of living comfortably. Because of the congested nature of the city, residents welcomed the invitation to escape to the outskirts.
We decided to move 4 years ago. We took that decision because we were living in a very crowded place in Salah Selim Street. And so we moved a year ago to Qatamiyya, Fifth Settlement. This decision was based on many things. It was very crowded there. It was very noisy. We actually had a cinema behind our house where you can hear everything. Even though we were in the 8th floor, you can hear it all. There was actually also some weddings that were held in the club behind us, which again was very noisy. So based on many things, we decided to move.
However, getting people to simply move house didn't fix anything in terms of the traffic problem. Because most of the people who moved still work in areas in central Cairo and go to these places regularly, traffic is still an issue. Except that now there is also traffic on the highways leading to those two newly built cities. However, residents who have moved to the outskirts are generally pleased with the change in lifestyle between central Cairo and the quieter cities.
It's so different here. It's much quieter, much calmer, less crowded, less pollution. Though, of course, there is the problem that it's not as easy to get your needs as it was back then. Back then, I was living in a street where there were shops nearly in every building. So if I needed anything, I just went there and bought what I want. It didn't take time at all, and I didn't need a car. I didn't need anything. But here, you can get, of course, your basic needs from many supermarkets around you. And it started getting more and more, it's starting to get more developed here. But still, if you want to get like clothes, any more than food and basic needs, you have to go to somewhere else, like Rahab, for example. And still, Rahab is not that near. It's like 20 minutes minimum with your car. And it's not a walking distance at all. But still, of course, life here is more cozy in all means.
Unless people start to move to the outskirts and working there to take pressure off the capital, Cairo as a whole will remain a big urban disaster. So the government is trying to relocate some of its headquarters and to encourage investors to build more businesses and services there, to attract some of the residents in central Cairo to move, not only for housing but also for work and entertainment. Hopefully in the future this move will grant residents both in central Cairo and the two new cities the chance to live calmer and less hectic lives.